Hello to all my retorts out there. We got another great one. You guys sent us some heat this week, and we're responding. We love you, we thank you, we cherish you. Please keep commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing. You're the best. See ya! All right, it's now time for everyone's favorite show. It's Let's Get Retorted, a part of the Working Perspectives podcast. On this show, myself, the one and only old Uncle Matty, Matt Lavelle, and the man, the myth, the legend, Benoit Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. We're reading different comments that are left on our social media and YouTube channels, and we're responding to those comments in kind. We're going to get started right away this week. We got a lot of heat, Daddy. A lot of heat.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I say a lot, Bern, and I don't know if I mean a lot as much as I mean, like, we got some. We got some, you know. And,
quality, quantity, you know.
I mean, definitely not quality. I mean, you know. And I might be overdoing it. But here we go. First comment comes from our old buddy, John Cannon 33.333. He's been commenting the last couple weeks. He's a returning retort, 3 subscribers, no videos. And he says he's got a lot to say this week. He says thus. I remember last week, Bern, he busted you up pretty good. He says thus. He left a comment on this week's episode 399, AI can fix our voting process, which I'll tell you, I've updated the thumbnail for this, and you can thank AI for the busty beauty on the cover of that one. It says, he says,
we have a theme. We have a theme, guys.
Oh, yeah. So I went to AI. I was like, can you give me a cartoon version of a politician standing on a mountain of voting slips with everyone yelling at them with thousands of people yelling at him in the background? Said he couldn't do that. Then I said, okay, can you put a man who looks disheveled in a raggedy suit standing on paper slips with thousands of people yelling at him in the background? So it's like, yeah, sure, here you go. And I was like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing now? You know?
I'm right.
And
then,
then I was just like, now we're just going, like, you know, the guys are fun, but we need boobs up in this. We need boobs, and we need them good. We need them all good, baby. Love, and I think, Bern, you would agree. I think you would agree with me wholeheartedly. If I know you like I think I do. Yeah, you just love a big old pair of meaty clackers.
Full-chested, man. Full-chested. Listen, we're trying to get clicks. Trying to get those clicks here, guys. Come on, let's not pretend we don't know what the deal is.
Right. And when you're right, you're right. And you? I would say you're right. So, okay. But either way, John Cannon 33.333. Here's his attention that he needed. He says thus. He says, you're an absolute moron. Politicians affect every aspect of your life. They dictate how much you pay in taxes, your zoning laws, what kind of gun you can buy, how much your food costs, even your porn selection.
What?
They control what you breathe. You must be the dumbest person I've ever heard in my life. No wonder your podcast gets 0 views because you're a moron. And our country isn't the best. We rely on the rest of the world for everything. If our borders were shut down, we'd all starve. If some mob boss union leader shuts down our ports, we'd starve in 90 days. Guess why the mob boss has us all by the balls? Guess why that mob boss has us all by the balls? Some moron politician passed a law saying we can't fire union workers. Just quit. Your podcast is terrible, and you have terrible takes on everything.
Now, so was John Cannon? Is he our investment guy? Is he our guy? Our investment guy?
Yeah,
with the tiny, with the tiny broke dick.
Yeah.
That's about what I expected. John,
you know what I responded? I was like, Steve, if you want to come back on the show, we'd be more than happy to have you, buddy. I don't know why you gotta be so upset, guy. You know?
I'm combing through John Cannon's politics right now, and I'm trying to figure out what his deal is. And I think he's just a mad guy.
He has 3 subscribers, and he's had a He's been on since November 2nd of 2011. So he just
Mm-hmm.
celebrated his 13th year of being on YouTube, and he has 3 subscribers. So hey, good for you, buddy.
That's a
Um,
lonely. That's a lonely bar mitzvah.
but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, thank you, John. I mean, we've had over 1 million views on this channel, but you're right, no one watches. So cool.
Just a couple of morons with terrible takes that you can't stop watching, John. You can't stop. You can't
John,
stop.
yeah, John, if that's your real name, which it says your real name's Terrence. But either
Hey,
way,
yo, his
Terrence,
real name is Clarence. Listen,
yeah,
John, whatever your deal is, thanks for
buddy,
tuning in every week. You
yeah,
can't quit
dude.
us. You can't leave.
Thanks for
Um,
tuning in. Thanks for watching. We love your comments and we love being able to read them on our show. Let's Get Retorted. We'll be shouting you out again, and you're the best, dude. Thank
because
you.
you'll be commenting again. So,
But I
like,
hope, dude. I hope so. He's been
of
putting out great
course,
content.
yeah, yeah. And we're sorry about your tiny little needle dick.
Right.
Uh,
And
was
you can take your when I see you, I'll jelly something in your mouth, you bitch.
yeah.
So let's keep it moving, keep it on moving down the road. Next comment we come from is from, I mean, I don't even know, it's Ximurs, so Zymurs maybe. Three
Close enough.
subscribers, no videos. They left a comment on the Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz Call It Quits clip. It says, "Why do I have deja vu? I feel like I've seen this sometime 2 weeks ago." And then he put, "This is great, T."
All right.
So
Well,
thank you,
yeah.
Zymers. And it's, I mean, thank you. That's so nice. He's been on since May 4th of 2017, and he has 3 subscribers. So he's been on like a quarter, like, maybe a little less than
Like half.
half the time
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
John, and they have the same amount of subscribers. That's crazy. It's so
Catch,
crazy.
catch more bees with honey.
But yeah. Next comment comes from our girl, the one and only HRIC herself, the one and only Vermont Mom.
The
Left a
goat.
comment on last week's gimmick show. She said, "Where do you find your dad jokes? Too funny. Great episode, guys. Thank you, V Mom. I love you. I adore you. I cherish you, and I wish you were mine." Next comment comes from Vermont Mom again. It's about the magic mustache clip about Travis Kelce. She says, "My 17-year-old son's mustache is fuller than that shit. Shit, she says shit minus." Fuck.
V mom.
Oh, I love how you
What
can be real, V Mom. And that's
in,
why I fricking love you. I fricking
incredible
love you. I fricking love you.
incredible sense of humor. V mom.
Just the best.
Always bringing the heat. Always
Just the
bringing the heat.
best. So, next comment she put on last week's Let's Get Retorted episode 78. Once again, I had Livy Dunn on the thumbnail for that, looking right. She says, socialist? I love when someone says I'm in my 30s, lol. And Terrence had better keep watching. It would make sense if he was D-Day dude. He did the same shit trying to give tips, but why change his name? And that better not be Steve. He better say hi. And well, John Cannon, a motherfucker I may be, but the mother I fuck doesn't belong to me. Jealousy is not fitting on you. So nice comeback. Go wipe your chin. Viva! She says,
V-Mom!
great episode, guys. Much love as always. I ain't praying for his nothing. Goddamn. Love you, V Mom.
What a
Fucking love
fucking
it.
hero, man. What a
Just
hero.
love it.
Wipe your
Next,
chin,
she's the
son.
fucking best, dude. She's the fucking best.
Oh,
Love
get
her.
him.
Love V Mom. She's the best there is, best there was, and best there ever fucking will be. Love V Mom with all my heart and all my soul. She's just the best. Okay, so sorry. Damn it. Damn it. I'm gonna have to cut this. Fuck. I keep talking. Okay, so next comment comes off of the Magic Mustache clip. It's from Johnny Scumbag, aka John the Scumbag. 106 subscribers off of 36 videos. His channel he created on September 1st, 2018. So he has
Can I say something?
106 subscribers, and he's been around what, like,
No,
5 years
fraction.
or 7 years less than Terrence, and he has 103 more subscribers. That's wild.
Can I
So
ask a quick
wild.
question?
Yeah.
Can I get his handle and his other name real quick again?
Johnny Scumbag.
And then what's his other name?
John the Scumbag.
So Johnny Scumbag and John the Scumbag. That's got some real Hunter Biden potential for me. I like that he really
Ooh.
doubled down. Was like, hey, I'm Johnny Scumbag. Yeah, but what's your real name? John the Scumbag. Keep
I do like
walking.
that. I do like that. His
Yeah,
profile picture is I would assume it's him with just traps blazing through a tank top.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I want to
Yeah.
let's put that in the short list for the Hunter Biden this year.
I agree. So he left a comment on the magic mustache clip. He said, "Can't believe you actually made a video out of this." I responded to him by saying, "Just so you know, this segment is called Annoying News."
Yeah, I mean, it's part of a whole. It's part of a
Yeah.
whole, you
All
know?
right. So, Bern, last week we had a guy, seal of approval, Huckleberry, hip
Yeah.
haunch, like the
Mm-hmm.
whole nine, dude. You remember. Hell of a guy.
Right.
Hell of a guy. Hell of a guy. Hell of a guy. Okay.
Appreciate the education.
Yeah, but dude, he wrote a fucking novel on
All right.
last week's Let's Get Retorted episode 78. He said,
Can I just say
and I,
before that
yeah,
listening to Chris Long's Greenlight podcast this week, they had the same Huckleberry conversation.
did
So,
they
like,
really?
they sure did. One of the pods last week, they had the same conversation, and no one there was quite sure if it was real either. But some people really thought it was, and some people were skeptical. So it's just the point is,
Oh my god!
people get
They're
fooled
fans of the
sometimes.
show, listeners of the show.
They must have. We said it first, so
We did. Oh my
whatevs.
god! Greenlight podcast, fan of the show, listener of the show. That's great. Okay. Seal of Perfection says us. He says, thanks for the mentions, guys. Fun stuff. I don't even know how I got into the Huckleberry stuff. I guess I saw the meme like everyone else did a few years back and was like, what the heck? How did I not ever hear of that? And then some did some research into it and found, nothing. Then gradually conferred with others who had done the same, such as Idioms Online website and YouTube channel, and then realized it was made up. He even has a YouTube video on I'm Your Huckleberry, as it was common idiom in the days of Tombstone. I've even tried a Library of Congress search, got thousands of hits for I'm Your Huckleberry pre internet, zero for any variations of Hucklebear. You are correct that you could hold a casket somewhere around your hip, except for when you lift it at the gravesite, IIRC. I don't know what that means. However, even if the handle was called a huckle, then hucklebear would mean you're the handle bearer, which is kind of dumb, right? Question mark. You're bearing a load, not the handle on the side of the load, and the load is the casket. Technically, it's the corpse, but corpse bearer is kind of graphic and intense to the grieving loved ones, I would think. So it was casket bearer until it was changed to pallbearer. God I'm only like maybe halfway through, and for fuck's sake, dude, this is like seal of perfection, dude. You sound like a great guy. You totally do, but you also sound like someone who would be annoying to talk politics with. Because guess what? Everyone's annoying to talk politics with because politics is fucking annoying. But let's keep it moving. Let me finish his comment.
Hey,
He's, yeah, go
do
ahead,
do
Bern.
we need to like I just think like listen, we said it last week and we'll say it again. Seal of perfection. Dub. Take the dub. Listen,
Take
we appreciate all of the work and research you've done. We're not
right.
discounting any of that. Everyone on
No,
this podcast kind of deferred to you and said, well, that sounds like you've looked
delectable.
into this way more than we have. And
Yeah.
I thought we all ended on a pretty amicable place. And so, Seal of Perfection, cut yourself a little break. Be
Right.
Seal of pretty great. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
get it. You
Yeah.
don't have to be perfect. Take the dub.
Yeah.
You won. And listen, this is a subject you're passionate about. And I know you probably don't have a lot of opportunity to write about it. And I'm glad that this was a forum where you were able to, because you did your research, man. You looked into it. You're going to the
Totally.
Library of Congress.
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate all the hard work. And
Totally.
hopefully we can find something else that gets under your skin and you can then educate us because, listen, man, I trust you. I straight up
Totally.
trust you.
He did say this. He says, and since we're talking about it, why pallbearer? Pall is a decorative cloth draped over the coffin or tomb. It used to be carried separately from the casket, so you had both casket bearers and pallbearers. Now, if they have one at all, it's draped over the coffin almost immediately at the church and carried along with it, so they just call the people carrying the coffin pallbearers. There you go, a bit of funeral history, lol. Yeah, I never wanted to know that, all that either. I do find it very interesting phenomenon how folks will read the meme and just believe it. Then they can't wait to rush off to their first tombstone thread to find and correct everyone with their newfound knowledge. Even more interesting how so many can't seem to grasp that the memes are wrong and don't want to admit they got fooled. It doesn't help that Google's AI will regurgitate incorrect info on this, which is the first thing you see if you just Google it. I've noticed that if you put Hucklebear or Huckleberry in YouTube search, it gives Snoop's link debunking it. Snopes. I don't know who's Snope.
No, it's
All right,
Snopes.
that's the end of that comment, and that's the end of Let's Get Retorted. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Oh, one comment from Miss Metal, aka Sue Matthews, aka everyone's favorite Aussie. This came off the Whopper joke, right? And she says, "Well, it takes two hands to handle a Whopper."
There were so many. Like there was Whopper and there was a Blizzard and there was too many like weird puns going through my mind. I couldn't
I
nail it down.
I love Miss Metal. So this has been another episode of Let's Get Retorted. Bern, what do you got before we rowdy five?
Listen, big ups to Seal of
Brooklyn.
Perfection. We love your enthusiasm. Um, we get it. We get it. We can all rest now on the Huckleberry philosophy. And to Terrence, um, we'll see you next week, buddy.
Dude, see
Keep
you
tuning
next
in.
week,
Keep
Terrence.
listening.
See you next week. You know what? I wonder if this is what I'm thinking, Bern. Terrence, John Cannon, 33.3. If it is Steve, then
It's
Steve's
not
whole
Steve.
thing.
It's not Steve.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right. Because my thought is this: if it was Steve and he's just AIing something, and his whole tactic is to get me to challenge him to a fight, which I would win. So I don't know.
Oh, now we're getting interesting.
Yeah.
Now, did you just
So
challenge Steve to a fight on a show that he's not even on? He's gonna hear
I
about it.
mean, yeah, let him know if he wants to have a charity fight. We can do that. Tape the whole thing. Happy to do it.
Wow, wow.
Yep.
Nothing but
So
love, though. Just a fight
of
between
course,
brothers, a band
alleged,
of brothers.
alleged love. But yeah. So go ahead, Burn. What do you got before we get out of here?
I just again, like we appreciate everybody tuning in. Keep firing those comments in. Keep letting us know what you like, what you don't like, what you know about, and why your dick's so sad. And we'll keep churning out that content for you, John Cannon. You cuck.
Well, speaking of cucking John Cannon, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents Let's Get Retorted. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by the one and only Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Handle us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast. Join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working Pete Pod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe. We'll keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks. See ya. All right, you retorts out there. Thanks again for watching another episode of Let's Get Retorted, brought to you by the Working Perspectives Podcast. You guys are everything to us. We can't do this without you. Please continue. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Message in the description. Copy and paste. Send it to Blue Chew. Get us the sponsors. We love you guys. Thanks. See ya!